Vin Diesel stars alongside The Rock's brow sweat in the 6th instalment of this never-ending franchise, where the world's most uninsurable gang of criminals gather to break every traffic law known to man and rack up unlimited points on their driver's licence. Fast and the Furious 6 takes place after the events of Fast and the Furious 5, but is actually a direct sequel to Fast and the Furious 4, which follows Fast and the Furious 1 and Fast and the Furious 2, but Fast and the Furious 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6 all take place way before Fast and the Furious 3, and Fast and the Furious 7 takes place after and or during the events of Fast and the Furious 3. Did you get all that? Continuing with the tradition of being set in exotic locations, the action this time has been moved to London. Your enjoyment of this film will be based exclusively on how you feel about over-the-top ridiculousness. Either you love it or you hate it. I'm firmly in the latter category, so I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. The key is just to sit back, turn your brain off and let The Rock punch things until they explode. The plot is paper thin, but then again, any film that contains the quote, "You keep running your pie hole and you'll be smelling an ass kicking," was never exactly going to be Shakespeare. Luke Evans plays some kind of ultimate bad guy who's looking for like a microchip or something like that, and if he gets it, I don't know, bad things happen. Then The Rock comes along to tell Dom and his crew that if he can help them catch him, they all get full pardons. It's never really explained what's going on, but you do get the gist of it. At one point somebody points out that they're up against their kind of like evil doppelgangers, and this might actually be the most pointless plot device ever. It doesn't forward the story at all, it's not even played for laughs. In fact, it's kind of a shame because some of these characters seem quite interesting, but they're not developed at all past their appearance. But it is pretty cool to see Vin Diesel go up against some kind of roided up version of himself. In fact, this film focuses on action so much more than plot that here's how I think they actually wrote the film. They just got like a bunch of 12-year-old hyperactive ADHD kids, filled them up with like M&Ms and cocaine and just told them to write down the craziest shit they could think of on a post-it note, and then they threw them at the walls to see what would stick, and then in between they filled the gaps with like a cliched monologue on how family's the most important thing, and then just a close-up of The Rock's pecs. You want a building-sized plane brought down by a couple of cars with some wires, and then just have like 8 fight scenes going at the same time, and then somebody just finds a harpoon gun lying about. Yeah, no, we can do that. You just have to forget that things like physics exist in this film. Gravity. Nah, that's not important. In this world, it's completely possible to jump out of a car at like 100 mph, fly clean across a highway, crash into somebody else who's doing the exact same thing in the opposite direction, and then both of these land on a car and be, you know, fine. But even though this film's so crazy, that's not to say it doesn't move along. It gets from start to finish fair enough, and there's at least one plot twist along the way that most people won't see coming. It could maybe have done with like an extra 10 minutes or so to sort of re-clarify or emphasise the villain's motive, but maybe there's like an extra director's cut or extended cut waiting to be released on Blu-ray. Overall, this is a very enjoyable film. There's plenty of action and humour, and it's fun to watch the characters interact. There are a few sort of callbacks and references to past films, but these feel a bit shoehorned in. This franchise has come a long way from a punchy street racing movie all the way up to Fast 5's heist action. 6 takes it to a whole new level, and personally I can't wait to see how new director James Wan steers a franchise in the future. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, let me know in the comments below, and I'll put a little box up the top here so you can subscribe to my channel and get new videos as I release them. And until next time.